All right, everyone, it's been a minute. We are now finally back to talk about the
Yes.
the final episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, sorry for the delay in us bringing you this episode, but sometime real life experience runs into runs
Art.
damn look,
Art.
yeah, yeah. Sorry.
runs into making your art.
There you go. That's what I was looking to say.
Um, okay, so let's, and this is, once again, we're gonna try and keep them short because we know people have things to do. What were your thoughts overall on this particular episode?
I loved it. I love the idea of a African American Captain America.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
the thing about it, whenever you have toys accompany as a companion to any movie or film or
Right.
TV series, there's going to be a leak. So we all previously saw that Falcon was going to have his Captain America get up on. We just
Right.
didn't know when it was actually going to take place.
Right. I want to say this. I thought the episode was a strong episode, but my only criticism was that everyone seemed to get a redemption story in the end. Like everyone they were trying to show you, not everyone is bad. And I think I'm speculating, but I think what they were trying to go for was the world is complicated. Everything is complicated. No one is simply good or bad. But that being said, it's kind of like you spent too much time sending us in this direction. Trying to change course now, it feels a little abrupt. It doesn't feel organic. So who am I talking about? Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, what were you gonna say?
I agree somewhat with what you say, because you went from taking a superhero film and applying real life daily occurrences to an actual superhero film, but then in the end you reverted back to being an actual superhero film.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it was weird. And let me not take from the whole entire series. Like this particular episode still was really good. It did a lot of fan service. It was exciting to finally see Sam Wilson as our Captain America, the first Black Captain America. And no, I'm sorry, the second Black Captain America, if we count Isaiah Bradley. But yeah, it was just really exciting to see all of those, all that reality there. So I, still give it a high grade. I think 4.5, 4.5 water coolers for that episode. And and let's just jump into the episode. The whole thing, and we're not going to take too much time because really the episode can be broken into half. The first half of the episode is when we see Sam Wilson come to New York City. The GRC have been kidnapped by the Flag Smashers, which
no, they haven't kidnapped yet. They're in the process of being kidnapped.
I'm trying to, the Flag Smashers have kidnapped them, and Sam and Bucky have come to the scene to free them. And this is where we get to see Sam in full effect with his Wakandan designed new.
I have a question.
Uniform. Yep.
Do you think the Wakandans painted it the U.S. colors, or Sam painted it the U.S. colors?
Sam did nothing. Sam just opened a box. The Wakandans, because the wings were doing, you need, he wouldn't have been able to paint that. That being said, we see Sam in full effect. I'm wondering, I know in the comics, Sam does not have the super soldier serum, but it does see, and I also get they want him to be relatable to all people. Like, he's relatable to people of color. He's also relatable to the everyday man because he does not have the super soldier serum. So it's not like he's like a superhero proper.
But he could take this newest version of the superhero serum.
He could.
The newest version doesn't jack you up. You still look aesthetically regular, but you have the superhero strength, the superhero serum inside you. So hypothetically speaking, he could take it.
Wait, you mean the one that was destroyed? That's gone.
Well, no, I'm pretty much sure the power broker has the schematics to make more.
I don't think so. I think that was the big deal. I think that's why she was trying to bring those people back.
You really don't think she has like a list of the ingredients?
I really don't. I really
information is what she peddles in. She doesn't have. If she doesn't have that. Then how good of a broker is she really?
Well, I think because think about it. If it was really as simple as she has
no. I'm not saying it's simple. I'm just saying she found a guy that was able to replicate the serum.
Right.
So you don't think she would have had somewhere like, okay, we need to add oregano, salt, and pepper. She would not have had the ingredients.
Once again, I think if she did, then why would she have chased Carly all over the place as opposed to go, you know what, I'm about to make some more.
Because she has a connection with Carly. She felt she could trust Carly as opposed to why she didn't just run up and shoot Carly. She tried to have a rational conversation with her prior to her shooting her.
See, once again, you see what you're talking about? That was introduced in the end. But in the beginning, the power broker was texting everybody saying, I'm going to kill you. They were trying to do, once again, this weird turnaround on all of the people that they introduced, which, that was my only nitpick with the episode. But yeah, like I said, because the show doesn't make sense if she had it. Honestly, it makes no sense if she actually had the schematics, if she had the formula, and they ran away, for her to really be chasing and them being.
It's a slight though. If you're in the sort of world that she exists in,
right?
You cannot accept slights of that level, or else everyone is going to try to.
But see, once again, there's inconsistency because if it was about the insult, then she should have killed Carly.
She probably wanted, but the thing about it, but she could say I killed everybody else and I kept Carly.
But see, and that's the problem with the writing of that whole super soldier serum thing. Well, that's what I'm saying. Let me not say it's the writing. That's the problem with it for me. You can't have both, in my opinion. Like if I'm watching it, she does not have the super soldier serum, and the reason she doesn't have the super soldier serum is because either one.
Think about it. Mm-hmm. Somebody steps on a guy's shoes, just by accident, and I'm passing. Mm-hmm. Person says, excuse me, and they'll just keep it moving. That same person get his sneaker stepped on in front of dirty people that he's with, it's gonna be a problem. And that's what Carly did. She slighted her, so now she has to do something.
But once again, I completely understand what you're saying, but it doesn't make sense to me that either one, if she's going to go at Carly, then she's gonna go at Carly. If she is this cutthroat power broker, then she's a cutthroat power broker. But to me, it doesn't work if you're going to say she has the opportunity to make her own more serum. She didn't need that. She was trying to make an example of them, but she doesn't. Theoretically, she killed no one. They were all killed by Sam and U.S. Agent.
Who, Carly?
Carly's the Flag Smashers. The Flag Smashers were.
She blew up civilians in that building.
Wait, who are we talking about? The power broker?
Carly.
No, I'm talking about the power broker. Realistically, the power broker only killed one of her team. She made no example. So when she had Carly, if it was about making an example, everybody else got taken out by everybody.
No, the first Flag Smasher to get killed was when that
right. I literally said she only killed one.
And she killed the no.
Right, that's what I'm saying. No, you were going to talk about the doctor, right?
No, not the doctor.
Because that was Zemo.
The person that Zemo and Sam met with when they first went to that island that they were on. Because that was the power broker.
Wait, are you talking about the scientist? Because that was Zemo.
Not the scientist, the
the woman in the
yeah.
That was Zemo. So that's what I'm saying.
That was a Zemo.
Who was that then?
That was the power broker. Because remember, she had the hoodie on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So the power broker killed the one who snitched on her, not Carly, and only killed one of Carly's team. So once again, like that's what I'm saying. She did not really establish if the writing was going to be that the power broker had this serum and it was just about making an example of Carly. She didn't make an example of Carly. And when she had Carly, she was trying to befriend her, which would lead me to believe she did not have the serum and she just wanted Carly to get closer to the serum because now it's in Carly's body. So yeah, I feel okay. So after the battle, we see that Falcon confronts Carly. Well, one, we see John Walker comes back on the scene. John Walker's fighting Carly, and in his fight with Carly is like telling him to kill the GRC people that are in the truck. And as they're getting ready to fall, and like as the Flag Smashers are getting ready to toss the people away in the truck, John Walker has to make a decision between either saving those people or getting Carly. And we see him make the decision to try and save the people. And so once again, it's kind of like they're trying to redeem him. And they all come together. They're all trying to fight. I'm jumping really quickly, people. So watch the episode to know what I'm talking about. And we see that Sam Wilson comes in, saves the people on the truck because the Flag Smashers jump John Walker as he's trying to help the people. But it becomes this team up. And so it's John Walker, Bucky, and Sam Wilson all together as a team. And it's like, wait, the very beginning of the last episode, they broke his arm to take the shield away. So, because he was in a murderous rage. So, I mean, we're doing like a real 180 here and in a short amount of time.
I think the reason for them doing that was that the next, probably most likely any day now, I think they're going to drop the news that either the U.S. agent is either an upcoming TV show or B, going to be part of the cinematic universe. And they wanted you to leave with the feeling that he's a good guy.
Right. For now. And I think, I get that they may have wanted that, but I think, if I had the choice, I would have wanted another TV show, maybe not his own TV show, but a TV show that he was present in, and we see a slow transition. Like if we focused on an entire season of him making that transition, it would have worked more than like literally the next episode. he's back to a good guy. Because even in that previous episode, he lies to Lamar's family, Lamar Battlestar, who was killed by the Flag Smashers, saying like, yeah, I got the guy that killed him. And then, you had that weird shot where Lamar's sister looking at him like, because she knows he's lying. And it's like, well, what are you literally told us in that scene, he is not a good guy. And then you jump to the next episode and it's like, oh, he's okay.
I don't think they say he was a bad guy though either. Because the agency that he's signing up is not good nor bad.
No. See, the thing is this: when we're looking at it, we're given cues as an audience. Like, yes, you and I as adults understand, but like a 12-year-old watching it is not going to know. I know that the U.S. government is rather complicated and complex. You're foreshadowing. You're saying that he's a bad guy from the shots that you take, and so it's kind of like, okay, well, why did you give us all of that why did you paint him in that light?
Because they wanted Sam to see him do something so heinous that he had to take the shield.
True, and they did that, but now the journey for John Walker needs to be a little bit longer.
And this TV show, and they didn't want to waste 4 episodes of him having this mea culpa in U.S. Agent season 1.
If I had my way, I honestly would have like not had John Walker in this last episode, and then whatever, like if they're gonna come back with Thunderbolts, maybe they bring him in there, and not necessarily he's good. It's kind of like they caught him, and it's like you're under arrest for your crimes, and now you got to work but him being reluctant because he feels slighted. That would have been a little bit better as opposed to him going, all right, I'm back with the team now. Sorry, I chopped that man's head off. It's kind of like,
in his defense,
Taliban style.
In his defense, he did kill someone that was part of a group that killed civilians.
But you see what you said? He killed someone that was part of a group, but not necessarily, he didn't kill a murderer per se. He killed someone that was associated with murderers. That's the Captain America doesn't do that. At least Steve Rogers doesn't do that.
Yeah, but we've already come to the conclusion that he is not Steve Rogers.
Right. Which is why if he is going in, like, how they painted him was not that he was not Steve Rogers, is that he was a sociopath at that moment.
Not even a sociopath. He's someone that is clearly suffering from PTSD.
Exactly. And so now, that being said, so the rest of the, basically, Sam Wilson confronts Carly. First we find out that first we find out that Sharon Carter is the power broker, which we said like 4 episodes ago. And not only is she the power broker, but she has some kind of a not necessarily animosity towards Carly, but she's trying to befriend Carly, saying like, listen, like, come on, we can do this. And Carly's like, you just want power and we want to free the world. And, they both have guns drawn on each other. Sam comes into the equation. When Sam gets there, no, I'm sorry, not Sam, the French guy, Baltok, comes in, and Baltok is like, oh, you're the power broker? Well, now I'm gonna blackmail you, blah, blah, blah. And what ends up happening is Sharon kills Baltok because she doesn't want to be blackmailed, and Carly shoots Sharon. Then Sam comes in, Sam starts fighting Carly, not fighting, but saying, listen, you got to come in, and he won't fight her. He's just doing complete defense. And we get to see the suit, the Falcon / Captain America suit do some cool things. And but it basically ends with Sharon Carter shooting Carly in the back.
And you know what, what I find a bit annoying was Carly had ample time to tell Sam who Carly was.
No, Carly had time to tell Sam who Sharon was.
Yes, who Sharon was. And she never did it. Like, even when she was dying in his arms, it was an opportunity for her to say, that bitch is the power.
True. I don't know why she didn't do it myself, but sell out.
And then the question I had at the end, were those bullets that she passed Sam, or was
unknown,
were those vials?
And
this goes back to our conversation about the superhero song.
Right.
Is there more?
Right. I literally scrolled and scrubbed through the internet trying to figure out what was in her hands. Nobody knows. It happened too fast, and there's just no. And Malcolm Spellman hasn't said anything about it.
Yeah, because think about Sam being Captain America. Captain America was Captain America if he had on the suit or not.
Right.
Sam doesn't have any powers if he doesn't have on the suit.
Right. If he doesn't have Red Wing, he doesn't have the shield. Like, is he still Captain America, or is he just a guy that works out with
a regular,
with a stunt double?
Yeah, a regular guy on the street could take him.
Right. And so that's why I once again, I get that that's how he was in the comics, but I do think if we're elevating him to MCU status and he's getting his own film, which, newsflash, if you did not know, they are doing Captain America, Sam Wilson, Captain America 4, the movie. And so if we're elevating him to the status where he's going to be in the Avengers, he's going to be rolling.
He has to take it.
He needs something to level the playing field, because he's rolling with gods. Like, Captain America and Hawkeye were not the same thing. And like, now you're making Captain America and Hawkeye, and he's not even Hawkeye, because Hawkeye is really good at shooting arrows. Sam is not necessarily really good at anything except flying those wings. And it's like, well, we need more if he's going to be like,
what? Mm-hmm. Let's just steal his suit. And what is he going to do?
Exactly. If they, the thing about Tony Stark, because you could easily say Tony Stark isn't much without his suit, but Tony Stark, his mind for technology, he can create anything. And with Sam Wilson, it's kind of like, so you took the suits from Tony would be in a position to kind of figure out, because he's a super genius, how to get out of this situation. Yeah. But Sam doesn't really have that. Like, without the suit, he's a guy.
He created nanotechnologies for the suit. He always has the suit.
Exactly. So he's essentially created, like, has become a superhero in his own right. But like, so we have to see. after and after Carly's shot, Sam's holding her in his arms, and basically she's like, I'm sorry. And once again, now she's redeemed. She literally was like stepping on a guy's hands as he was holding on to the edge of a building, stomping on his hands, and then
she's a violent little girl, isn't she? And another point where she had ample time.
Yeah.
That bitch.
So, after that, we let's just cut to the end because the middle is a lot of filler. But basically, one thing Sam gets to show Isaiah Bradley that in 2 days he reached out to the Smithsonian, told him to create a new exhibit and create a bronze statue of the man.
We don't know it was 2 days. It could have been something.
It could have been 3. It could have been 3. Yeah, in the works.
It could have been something that was in the works.
It wasn't. And then Isaiah Bradley's story is being told, which once again the Smithsonian would not do. They wouldn't say the government took Black soldiers, experimented on them, sent them in, but we had.
Well, no, we didn't know they told them that.
No, I read the plot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I was like, they ain't gonna say it. They'd say it in a much nicer way than that.
They know about the Tuskegee experiment
now, so. and you go to the Smithsonian and see if you see that in there. And then lastly, we see Bucky. Not lastly, couple of end credit things. We see Bucky go to the I believe it was Japanese man that was in the very first episode to tell him that he killed his son while he was a Winter Soldier. Sad thing is, we did not get to see the Asian man's reaction to that. So, that was weird. We finally get to see John Walker in the U.S. agent suit, and Madam Hydra, Julianne.
You gotta stop calling her that because that's not what she is.
No, it's faster than saying her whole friggin' name.
No, but Madam Hydra has a negative connotation to it. We're not sure if she's a villain.
No, we know she is not evil. We don't know what she is. And Madam Hydra wasn't necessarily evil. Madam Hydra helped in certain situations. It's quicker than saying whatever her whole name. Countess Valentina, blah, 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 blah.
Which she told John Walker, don't call me that.
Right. So we see her saying like, things are about to get weird. So, and so, we got to see a couple of end credit scenes and things like that. Oh, lastly, Sharon Carter is basically what is it called when they reinstate you?
Reinstated to proper rank.
Right.
But there is no more shield, but she will have a high ranking office. So.
Right. And then you see her come out making a phone call saying, don't worry about super soldier serum. We got a lot of technology available to us. So it's like, oh, okay. So you went through all of that to be up your pardon. She got pardoned. You went through all of that trouble to get pardoned to just turn around and now you're going to sell like, okay, all right, okay. We'll see. Like, we'll see what it, because Marvel doesn't really let us down. And so I'm hoping it'll turn into something way more interesting, but like having seen that episode, and
it wasn't weird. Like you wouldn't just let a person that's been living on the land for like 5 years just walk back into a high-ranking office. We would have to do some sort of work, some sort of background check.
Right, exactly. All of that being said, in terms of the entire series, I think it gets 5 water coolers because it really was like looking at movie quality, a movie quality piece of production, but on on streaming. And so I have to give it to Marvel. You don't see that. Like you don't see that all the time. So
we'll see how long this keeps up because we have to remember now about Marvel, about Disney Plus. This is their first foray, and they're trying to grab eyes. So I want to see if Ironheart has the same production level as the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
We'll see. With fingers crossed on that. Ironheart, Hawkeye. We got like 2-3 more.
Well, at the end of the day, it's some Hawkeyes, not too much.
Exactly true. We'll see. But that has been our season finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Hopefully we will be back when Loki drops in July. Oh, June.
Maybe.
June.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe,
We'll see.
maybe,
We'll see.
maybe.
We'll see. You know, peace.
Peace.
You've been listening to Two Brothers at a Water Cooler with Mike and Tom, produced by Jamie Fernandez and Peter Bune. Rate and review this show on Apple Podcasts, and you might find your review in a future episode.